What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about different ways that I personally utilized in my trading career and journey to help me with my psychology. Psychology is one of those very difficult subjects to talk about in trading because everyone has different psychology issues. But at the end of the day, most people, I would say we all share pretty common psychology problems. Over risking, over leveraging, over trading, aka taking trades outside of our predetermined trading strategy or system. Also taking emotional trades, random trades, those all fall under the exact same pillar. And so I'm here today to make this video to give you guys advice on different strategies that you guys can actually implement today, starting today. Literally actionable steps to help your trading psychology. Now, the first thing I'd highly recommend, I think this is very important, is limit yourself to one session at first when you're trading. I know in the beginning it's all about, yes, you need screen time and experience, this and that, but at the end of the day, when you start out with trading, if you're unprofitable, same thing, they mean the same thing, okay? You're not profitable yet. I would really recommend you lock in on just one trading session because not every trading session moves the same. There's three major sessions: New York, London, and Asia, as you guys may know. If you're trading indices, ES, and Q, I would highly recommend New York session. To be honest, no matter what you're trading, New York session is the best by far in terms of volatility and liquidity, spread, all that. You get TPs pretty quickly. So I would really recommend New York session if you need to pick a session you want to trade. However, I know not everyone is in the same part of the world. Some of you guys are in other parts of the world and you can't trade New York session. So another asset I would recommend next up would be Asia session. If you want to trade things like gold. Gold moves very nicely during Asia session. There's a lot of liquidity, a lot of volatility. So if you want to trade Asia session, I would recommend going with gold. Be a bit more careful with ES during Asia session, especially just because ES is less volatile than NQ. For me personally, I've been trading NQ a lot more often, and I've noticed NQ moves very nicely still during Asia session. But you got to keep in mind, there would be times where there's an overlap between Asia and London where prices straight up just consolidates and it boxes, meaning there's no clear direction or draw liquidity. If you ever see that in price, get off the charts. Wait until New York session open to trade again. So that's my first pro tip. Focus on just one session and ideally one asset, because your win rate and risk reward should roughly be similar between assets, but some people do perform better on certain assets than others because they understand how that certain asset moves, which is also very important to keep in mind. Now, the next pro tip is if you're someone that's emotionally trading, you find yourself revenge trading a lot, I highly recommend every time you take a win or a loss, especially losing, by the way, you need to learn how to lose as a trader. I think that's way more important than learning how to win. Everyone knows how to win. When you win, you get high. Maybe if you've been trading for a few years like me now, you don't get high after wins. You just know it's just a number, it's just a data set, it's just a data point, right? And so you don't get high off wins. But the losses still hurt a lot no matter where you are in your trading journey or career. That's when people go on tilt, revenge trade, and all that stuff. So one way to easily prevent that is implement a 5 to 15 minute pick either 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. For me personally, I've done actually data collection on my trading system and strategy, and I've noticed that usually my next setup from my batches data doesn't appear until 15 minutes later. So usually there's a 15-minute gap in between each of my setups, meaning from one setup to the next, there's usually 15 one-minute candles before another valid setup presents itself. What does that tell me? That means anything else in between me just hitting TP or hitting stop loss is usually irrelevant to my strategy or system. I'm usually not taking a trade in between. So knowing that data point is actually extremely helpful. I would recommend you guys even go in your data and see, okay, how long usually until my next setup? Because knowing that data point is going to help you realize you're not missing out on anything if you're giving yourself time away from the charts. Matter of fact, it's helping you out because your psychology is so much better, your mental is going to be so much better, you're going to be a lot more clear-headed going into the charts after a 15-minute break. So for me personally, for my trading system, 15 minutes is a good sweet spot in terms of after I take a loss or a win, I sit off, leave the charts for 15 minutes, and then come back. Because what's gonna do is it's gonna stop you from revenge trading. You cannot revenge trade if you're not at your computer or at your phone. You cannot revenge trade if you leave your phone or turn off your phone or even lock yourself out. Now, locking yourself out, I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's not really wise unless you're only taking one trade a day. But I'm surprised the music we kept playing. But essentially, point is 5 to 15 minute break between every trade, winner or loser. Very, very important, especially focused on losing trades, to take this break. I promise you, if you implement this, it's going to change your trading for the better if your issue is emotions. Now, if your issue is not emotions and it's truly your backtesting data that's not even profitable, then I recommend you learn more, okay? I have free YouTube videos on my channel teaching you guys a profitable trading strategy, which is what I trade every single day. If you guys want to learn, how to trade it yourself and not just copy me, you can check out the course or mentorship. I have one spot left for the mentorship still for this month. And we had a lot of very good student results coming out of the mentorship one-on-one program because it's so personalized to each student and your strengths and weaknesses. But regardless, no matter where you learn from, make sure to do your own due diligence and research. And of course, understand where your weakness is. Again, if your problem is your psychology, you need to figure that out yourself. You can't force a mentor or someone else to help you with your psychology. At the end of the day, I can teach you guys half of trading. I can't teach you all of trading because the other half of trading is you. The person's behind your computer sitting, hitting buy or sell. Hence why I'm giving you guys these pro tips of these 2 tips today. And I think taking a break, the 5 to 15 minute rule, is so deadly. There's another rule you guys can implement, which is 1 trade a day. I would not recommend this for my system because you guys know I trade high frequency. I make 100 plus RR every single month off my trading strategy. Even in my back testing, it proves that. And so if I just stick to 1 trade a day, my net RR is going to get cut substantially. So obviously that is not ideal for my situation, my strategy personally. But if you know your data between your strategy of how many trades on average you take a day, you should set that as a limit. That's a good way to also go off your data. So let's say you average 2 trades a day in your backtesting data, 40 trades a month. Well, guess what? Perfect. Set yourself a limit of 2 trades per day and don't go over that. As long as you don't go over that, you should be good and sweet and you're not over trading, okay? Obviously, don't take 2 random trades that are out of your setup. Take 2 valid trades that are part of your strategy. But after you hit stop loss or TP on those, don't take any more trades. Log off for a day. You're not going to be missing out on much because your data even tells you at the end of the day, you average 2 trades a day. So for my system, for those that are trading my strategy, depending on how many assets you trade, if you're trading 1 asset in across 3 sessions, I'd say 5 trades a day is a good limit for my strategy. So if you're learning from the ETU 100 course or mentorship, set yourself a 5 trade limit, meaning you can hit up to max. The most you can lose in a single session is 5% or 5R. That is not enough to lose a funded account. So make sure obviously your risk management is on point too. I can say whatever I want here, but if you're over leveraging on any type of account you are on, it's obviously not ideal and you're not letting your edge play out, which AKA you can be a profitable trader and still lose and not get payouts. Anyway, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you guys want to learn more from me, subscribe, click the bell notification to get more type of videos like these. Let me know if these videos help you guys out a lot in your trading journey. If they do, leave a like, join the free Discord server. I have a very nice community. I'm trying to get us to 2,000 members by the end of this year. I think we can honestly hit 5 to 10K members by the end of 2026. So yeah, join up in there, complete for free. If you guys want my paid course or mentorship, stuff is exclusively on my channel or on my website, centraltradersuniversity.com. All student testimonials are within the Discord server and posted on the website. And I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. Peace.